Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Selly, and I am just wrapping up some editing of the video, and I realized, hey, it's Friday. That means it is time for another Boston Yacht Bat Cove 390 walkthrough video. So let's go back there. Let's go and see what TJ has gotten up to this week. I've been on the road doing a bunch of sea trials and confident helm training, so I haven't been able to keep daily tabs on this one, but I know he has been hard at work knocking this out. So before we go in on board the boat, I just want to show you guys something here. So there's a lot of stuff still going into this boat right here, guys. We've got our custom sea view mast right there. We've still got a ton of Lumishore lighting going into the boat right there. We've got a bunch of JL boxes. There's some more Lumishore stuff. We've got Furuno stuff. We've got Apple TVs. We've got FLIR M300s. We've got Pepwave antennas. We've of course got a ton of the Blue Seas equipment, and you can't do any job around here without Team Red and the Milwaukee pack out, and then lots and lots and lots and lots of wire. I don't know how many feet, but I'm just going to go out on a limb and say a lot. So that's all got to still come on board the boat here. So as we make our way on board, I know this week TJ's been hard at work getting the lighting dialed in. So you guys take a look here. You'll see the name and hail's been put on, and the courtesy lights are all on. Those are all now wired in there. As we start to see, all the courtesy lighting throughout has now been changed over to the Lumishore Lux lighting. When we make our way in here, you can also see all of the Lux lighting is in place here as well. So this is a very big project in and of itself to tackle and get everything changed over. And it wasn't just a function of adding one additional wire to control these lights, but then to also be able to still use the existing factory switches for that. Now, last week, we took a little sneak peek down there in the unassigned space. As you can still, there's a ton of wires going on down there, but you can see that's where all of our Lumishore modules are. Those modules can control your lights via your Furuno MFD, via your phone on an app, but we can also still use the existing factory switches for that. So it takes a little bit of extra time to do it, but they offer a trigger wire off of each module. So that trigger wire has to be run from the original factory switch down into those modules. But when we do that, let's see, I think this is the courtesy light switch right there. And then we've got our overhead light switch right there. We go ahead, we hit that again. We can turn those on. And the nice thing is, if we press and hold on that switch, we can make the lights brighter or dimmer by pressing and holding on it. Give it another click, it turns them off. So it gives us some really nice features. Still using the factory switching, we don't necessarily have to go do everything through our MFD or through an app on our phone. We still have this nice bright white light here that we can work with. So TJ's been hard at work getting all of those wires run, getting all that stuff dialed in and set up, and we're now starting to move into the audio portion. You can see here we've got our JL M6 speaker there for that cutout right there, and then we look over here, we've got another cutout and another JL M6. So we're starting to go into the audio side of the house on this. Now, if you'll recall, this is getting a awesome audio package. We're doing 3 separate stereo systems on this boat. Each one's going to, instead of just having zones, we're going to have a salon's going to have a stereo, the sitting room's going to have a stereo, and the forward stateroom's going to have a stereo. And those are all going to be JL speakers. We're going to have JL amps and everything. I think if we get our timing right, JL is actually going to come on board here, and they're going to help us get this thing dialed in perfectly. So we're going to have phenomenal audio quality here with their MVI amps, the M6 speakers, the M6 subs. This thing's going to rip. It's going to sound great. So we've got that coming in the works. We've also got more work going on the hardtop, getting things dialed in. Like you said, you saw the sea view mast in the box down there. That still has to get built and assembled. And Seakeeper is coming in, I believe, in another week or two. Then we've got our FCI water purifier. That's going to be coming here in a couple weeks. And I believe there's an Electric-C that's also coming. So we got a lot of stuff still to go. And we're also going to get going on the bright work, getting the varnish taken care of on this. And then we've got to do the bottom paint. So it's a long way to go, but we are looking forward to showcasing this all for you guys. So if you have any questions about this build, this install, something we've done, leave it down below in the comments. And as always, Be sure to give us a like and a follow and subscribe on YouTube and Instagram at Navtronics. It doesn't cost you a dime, helps us out immensely, and it also lets you know when we're dropping new videos, and we've got a ton of content coming. So be sure to stay tuned. And oh yeah, it's Mother's Day this Sunday. If you haven't done it yet, as your tip, it's Mother's Day. Go get like flowers or take her out to breakfast, and we will see you guys next week with another update. Peace.